The basic rule for inverting triads is the same as that for intervals. Bring the bottom pitch up an octave. There are as many positions for inversion for a triad as there are notes in the chord, i.e. 3 in a trad. If the root is positioned on the bottom, where it would normally be for naming purposes, the chord is in root position. The first inversion is accomplished by bringing the root up an octave. The second inversion is accomplished by bringing the root and the third up an octave. One more inversion would bring the chord back to root position. Notice that there are 3 possible choices for the top note of any chord. Since 7th chords contain 4 notes, there are 4 positions of inversion. Root position. First inversion with the root on top and the third on the bottom. Second inversion with the root and third brought to the top and the fifth on the bottom. Third inversion with the root, third and fifth brought to the top and the 7th on the bottom. In the last exciting episode of Berkeley Harmony, we talked about 7th chords, which are diatonic to key. But there are other 7th chord structures which are not diatonic to a major key. The augmented 7th chord, abbreviated AOG or with a plus sign, consists of an augmented trad with a minor 7th. An augmented trad has a sharpened 5th, as you can see here. The diminished 7th chord, which consists of a diminished trad with a diminished 7th added. Note, in the diminished 7th chord, the diminished 7th interval is sometimes written enharmonically. The minor major 7th chord symbol, abbreviated minor with a major 7th in brackets, consists of a minor trad with a major 7th. Notice in the chord symbol, the minor represents the basic chord sound, i.e. minor chord, while the major 7th indicates the 7th quality. The parenthesis is necessary to keep minor and major from being confused. I'll talk a bit more about chord symbols later on, but at the moment, just accept what I'm saying at the moment, okay? The other 7th chord is the dominant 7th suspended 4th chord, which consists of a suspended 4th trad with a major 7th. Just note with this that this chord can be called G7 and in brackets suspended 4th or just suspended 4th. Again, it depends on what book you read. Americans are really good at giving different names for things. So it can be called a G7 suspended 4, but it can also be called a G minor 7 suspended 4th. But it's the same chord, it looks exactly the same on paper, just like this. So that's again something you've got to just watch out for, okay? The 5/7 suspended 4 chord is usually built on the dominant degree of the key. The strength of dominant resolution lies in the root motion of a perfect 5th down. Since the 5/7 suspended 4 does not contain a tritone, its diatonic function is dependent on context. If we look in this example, you can see that I put the 5/7 sus 4, which goes to a 1/6 chord, i.e. D7 suspended 4 going to G6, as a dominant type function because it's going down a perfect 5th. So I put in the arrow of dominant function moving. Notice that this suspended 4th chord is not resolving down a perfect 5th, so no arrow is used in the analysis. Okay, another observation concerning the 5/7 sus 4 chord can be seen if the structure is characterized as having a subdominant upper structure, since the tritone is not present. The chord sounds subdominant, but the root is dominant. So if you look at these two examples, they each contain a subdominant sounding upper structure, but the dominant degree of the key is in their root. These chords are common in contemporary tunes. 2 minor 7 over 5 of the key and 4 major 7 over 5 of the key are both subtle versions of 5/7 suspended 4 chords and should be analysed as such. The 2 minor 7 over 5 of the key and the 4 major 7 over 5 of the key can be seen as chord structures derived from the extended structure of the 5/7 sus4. Okay, so now you know what a suspended 4 chord is. So I want you to review all this because we're coming to the end of Berkeley level 1. So I'm going to give you a test at the end of this. So make sure you go back and understand everything that I've been telling you from now on. Okay, also I would like you to get yourself a keyboard. If you want to carry on this course, I strongly advise you to get yourself a keyboard. It doesn't have to be something super expensive. It can be just a cheap thing, but you must be able to play chords that is more than one note at once. So it can't be some kind of synthesizer thing. It's got to be a piano or electric keyboard that can play chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you press 5 notes down at once, it plays them all. Okay, so that'll help you as we carry on with this course. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.